Peace and more peace coming to you live from North Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Anthony Calori, and this is the Appreciate You podcast. Good to be back. Been about a solid week, and it's been a good week of learning. Good week of learning. A lot of stuff going on in the world. A lot of stuff going on locally and in the U.S. of A. I know everybody's thirsty for everybody's opinion and perspective on current events, but I'm not going to give my opinion on none of that stuff. There's enough of it out there. My perspective isn't really going to help anybody find clarity on anything specific going on, especially bad news or as it relates to the future of the government or the country or society. And so I'm going to keep that shit to myself. I think that's a good thing to practice, is keeping your mouth shut, your ideas to yourself, and it's a good idea to stop thinking that because you feel strongly about something that you have any fucking idea what's going to happen next. So I highly suggest that everybody stay focused on what they're doing, stay focused on their daily routines, and keeping their own lives together. And if we can all if we could all stay focused and not be distracted by the infinite amount of entertaining and horrible things that are going on in the world, I think we'll be all right. Because no matter what, you're gonna have to keep working. You're gonna have to keep yourself together, and so don't fall for the okey doke. Don't think that because shit's going down that your life is coming to an end, or that you have to pick your life up after things are figured out. And all I can say is I see more and more as I get older that a lot of these things aren't new, and I'm not the smartest person in the world, but from the little bit of diving into history that I've done, I think a lot of what's happening now is kind of what's always happened, and this is just history repeating itself. And a lot of people will say, or some people will say, how could you say that things are so terrible and blah, 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 blah. But that's what I'm saying. And I don't care. I'm not going to let this shit get me down. And I hope it doesn't get you down either. So just stay focused, man. That's the idea. Stay focused. Worry about your family. Help your friends out if you can. But really just focus on keeping your mental together and staying spiritually and emotionally in a good place. Because you can spend so much time on this damn internet that you'll lose your mind thinking that everything is fucked up. And that there's, I don't know how many times people thought that the world was going to come to an end and all that type of shit. But if it is, so what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, and that's not me being nihilistic or pessimistic or having a negative viewpoint. Thing is, man, you're gonna have to survive. You're gonna have to thrive, no matter what the case is. And so, whatever's going on in the world, sure, your heart can break for whoever, but at the end of the day, you can't throw your life away because you're so distraught by things that are happening. I get it. If there's things that are happening in your world directly around you, but it's no excuse to skew the way you view other human beings. You got to function in the world. You still got to be kind and respectful. give and expect respect. And you can't let this internet just skew how you see everything and everyone. So stay focused. Stay focused. That's the mantra of the day. Stay focused. You can't let shit phase you. You got to keep going. And there's nothing you can't let anything stop you. You cannot be discouraged. Especially us as men, it's not time to really be selfish in a sense. It is that you have to focus on yourself and your own life, but we're coming I mean, we're not arriving to anything. It's just our responsibility to be the type of people that or be the type of men that others the other people around us can rely on, you know. So just be that person. Be that person that, someone can come stay at your house. They could borrow $50 from you and maybe not even borrow it, but you can just give it to them and not worry about it so much. It's not time to be broke. It's not time to be stressed. It's not time to worry. It's not time to it's not time to panic. Just put your head down, work, and stay focused. And that's really what my message is for this particular episode. Um, yeah, stay up to date on stuff, know what's going on, but keep your opinion to yourself. And that's kind of all I got to say about that. Um, yeah, I've been going through some things like everybody else. I still find myself going back and forth, struggling with my job and my time, my schedule, and not knowing how I can get to where I want to go if I don't have 100% of the time to dedicate to the craft. But come to the I've come to accept that this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going, and where I'm at, no matter what, it's getting me there. So I've accepted that I'm okay and things are gonna be okay. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I'm gonna try to be as grateful as I could possibly be, as emotional and sensitive and pissed off as I could be at myself. A lot of times I'm just being a big baby about shit, and that's the God honest truth. I don't think any of us have it as bad. Some of us don't have it as bad as we think we do, and we create these narratives in our mind that everything is fucked up. And a lot of us are too broke to be worrying about robots and what's going on in the tech world and what's going on overseas. You're too broke for that shit. You need to be worried about taking care of yourself and having some money in your pocket and working on your craft and being reliable and self-sufficient. So right now it's just stay focused. I don't mean to keep repeating myself. It's just I see everybody in a mass hysteria, kind of losing their shit, and then I also see people still distracted, worried about the wrong shit. And so I want to encourage everyone to imagine a light at the end of the tunnel. Just imagine it. It's there. It's gonna be okay. Hopefully we make it there. And I truly believe that we will as individuals if we take care of ourselves and our own. So but yeah, going back to myself, I've just decided that I have enough time. It's worth it, and I'm gonna keep moving forward. And I'm not going to do what I've done so many times as a immature young man, which is make a impulsive change in my life that affects other people around me. I'm gonna see this all through, do my part, and see how great I can be and see how much I can manage. So ain't no giving up on my side, and I encourage everyone else not to give up either. Um, the world is not going to end, and that's just truly how I feel. A lot of people I feel like Prince in 1999, where a lot of people thought that Y2K and all that stuff, the world was going to end. And I also feel like when in 2012, the Mayan calendar and all that kind of stuff, and all that kind of shit, the same stuff is going on now. And some people will be like, actually, it's not the same because it's not. It's all superstitious at the end of the day, and we need to be too busy to be acting superstitious, and we need to be rooted in the reality that we're creating around us. And I'm staying 10 toes down, as they say, and I'm encouraging everyone to be encouraged and encourage others, and don't fall for this we're all doomed bullshit. So just stay focused. Accept where you're at. If you don't like it, don't use the news and all that stuff as an excuse to give up and not try. And fuck it, and who cares anyway? You can't live like that, and that's not a life. You might as well just start smoking dope and drinking and sleeping at the park and doing that. And that's not me trying to clown anybody who's out there on the street. I'm just saying, just give up then. Just give up. And there's a lot of people on the street who haven't given up. All I'm saying is, if you think that there's no future for you or humanity, you might as well just throw in the towel and start fucking and fighting and getting high and drinking and doing whatever you want to do. But I ain't doing that, and I'm not telling anybody else to actually do that. There's no give up on this side, and there's no man who, in his right mind, thinks that it's a good time to throw in the towel. So do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Right now, we're at 400 and something subscribers and 420 something. And like I said, when we get to 500, I was going to do something special. And so what we're going to do when we get to 500, which is going to happen after this video, and I know it is. I don't care. I don't care. I know it is. My very next video is going to be me passing out 500 meals to the folks out here in Las Vegas. So when I say the folks, I mean the people sleeping in the street. There's easily over 500 people sleeping in the street. And so I'll be driving around for a full day and possibly 2 days, depending on how many folks I'm able to run into outside and able to help day to day. But we're going to pass out 500 meals, some sandwiches, some waters, and if we can get something else, that's what's up. So we'll be filming it. When I say we, I mean me. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm like a prince or something. Like we will be. I'm only representing myself, so I'll be filming it, and I won't be filming anybody directly. You won't see any of these people's faces. It'll just be me riding around in the car, passing out food and water, and that'll be that. And that'll be my thank you to everyone who's tuning in and paying attention to the channel. I was talking to my brother yesterday, and we were just talking about, the podcast and stuff. And I was telling him that I'm not just doing this for myself. I would love to transition into doing this thing full time, of course. But when I go and do stuff like give out food and water to the homeless out here, it's coming out of my own pocket. And since I've moved to Vegas, I've probably fed over 400 or 500 people, and I did that on my own dime and did that on other social media platforms, and it's interesting because some people will say, "Hey, good job. I'm glad to see somebody out there doing good," which is cool. Doesn't really make me feel good, but I appreciate just people putting eyes and attention on a thing that I'm trying to build so I can do exactly what I'm doing, but on a bigger scale and with less of my own money, if possible. If we can acquire some kind of sponsorship or something like that, I don't need all the bread. I don't need all the money. I'm trying to take some of that so I can feed more people, put some musical instruments in some kids' hands, and if we, when the channel gets bigger, put some kids through community college and things like that, and just and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. And so this is my way of showing people that there are good things happening in the world, and and all that kind of stuff. And to touch back on when I was pushing this thing on other platforms, you also have people who would criticize me and say this guy's just doing it to get attention and things like that, even though I never showed anyone's face and I respected the people that I was helping out. Um, I the idea is to get attention, but not for myself. I personally don't need it. I don't need anyone to pat me on the back and say, "Hey, you're great." I definitely don't need that, and it actually makes me very uncomfortable. But the attention I need to the action and the brand and the platform is necessary, just like a nonprofit organization. It doesn't make sense for a nonprofit not to market or advertise their organization or get people involved into what they're doing so that they could expand and help more people. And so that's simply all I'm doing. And I'm not interested in I'm not interested in going back and forth with anyone about it. This is the last video that you will see of me before I go out there and do that. I'll show the process of making the food. I got my health card, so I'll be doing it as 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 sanitarily, if that's a word, as possible. And so it'd be a video of me bagging it up, making the food, bagging it up, and driving around and passing the food out with a little bit of audio and all that good shit. So, and then and that'll be it. And then it's on to the next thing. And then it's on to the next thing. And so I'm grateful for everybody who's tuning in and being patient with me right now in this moment. Feeling a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I'm just grateful. I'm focused on the future. I'm focused on us staying encouraged, staying positive, and being real with ourselves about where we're at and how much effort we need to focus. How much effort we need to focus on putting into our own lives and not into what's going on in the world and being discouraged and having a nihilistic point of view based off of things that you're seeing on a screen in your hand. Got to put it down. Got to put the computer down. Got to put the phones down. Just don't be on it all day. It's meant for you to be on it all day. It's a trick. It's a trap. You need to be focusing on you, your craft, your family, your friends, staying encouraged, praying, writing, reading, creating, doing whatever it is that you love to do and whatever it is that's going to keep you happy, healthy, motivated, and just spiritually up. And so yeah. And that's it. That's it. I'm keeping it short and sweet because I got shit to do, and I know you do too. And like I said, in about I don't know exactly when. Hopefully, in about a week, the video of us. I'll say us because I can't do this as well and at the level that I would like to do it without you. So I thank you. This is my thank you to you. This is my this is not of me. It's through me. I'm grateful. I thank God. I want to be of service to you, my community, and to the people that I love and care about the most. And so I just this this 500 meal gesture is just a thank you to everybody. It's it's a form of worship, and I just want to say I appreciate you very much, and I thank you for being here. And stay tuned. You'll see me in a few days, maybe in about a week or so, and we're gonna do some awesome stuff, and then we're gonna keep it moving. It's on to the next thing. So I appreciate you. I see you soon. Peace.